Good morning, Ian Crouch with your 8:30 Hunter News update. Labor Quarry MP Greg Piper says he's been briefed by health and education officials following confirmation of COVID-19 cases at two local schools. 3 siblings have tested positive to coronavirus. 1 attends Morishead High School and 2 attend Lake Munmora Public School. Both have been closed today for contact tracing and deep cleaning. Greg Piper says it's come as a shock to the local community.
It's a real risk to our local community, so it's now crossed the border from the Central Coast, from that Greater Sydney metro area, into the Hunter well and truly. And I've been in contact with the Department of Education and Health to try and ascertain just what that means for us.
Meanwhile, the Target store at Glendale has been identified as a venue of concern by New South Wales Health. Anyone who attended the store last Sunday between 8:30am and 1:30pm needs to get tested for COVID-19 immediately. They should self-isolate from their family and remain in self-isolation until further advice is received from New South Wales Health concerning classification as close or casual contacts. A looming vaccination deadline for aged care workers is seeing staff at a Newcastle nursing home resign in protest. The federal government has made it mandatory for all aged care workers to have at least 1 dose of the COVID vaccine by September 17. The boss of Maroba Waratah says she's received a number of resignations and expects to get more as a result of the mandate. CEO Viv Allenson says she can't really afford resignations right now, as COVID-19 means staff are often taking time off to get tested.
That means our workforce is off duty. They're waiting around for tests and waiting around for symptoms to disappear completely before they're allowed to come back into the building. So one fortnight there, a few weeks ago, I had 95 shifts unplanned leave to fill. It's very dire.
The Maitland Blood Bank is urging new and existing donors to roll up their sleeves to support hospital blood supplies during a period of high demand. Lockdowns, changes in movements and lifestyles and general social anxiety has been attributed to 1 in 6 donors cancelling their appointments at the Maitland Donor Centre. Gemma Falkenmeyer from Australian Red Cross Lifeblood says the organisation has received incredible support over the last year and they're hoping donors can do a bit extra.
The actual blood donation part only takes about 5 minutes. You can sit back, watch some TV, read a book. We have free Wi-Fi in the centre. And then afterwards we get you to go through to our refreshments area and we have milkshakes and lots of snacks. It's easy to book in. You can do it through at donateblood.com.au or you can call 13 14 95.
In other news, a Lake Macquarie man charged with murdering a man at Cooks Hill has been formally refused bail. Police allege Michael Thomas Ray was armed with a shotgun when he shot Wes Prentice in the chest at a Derby Street unit 2 weeks ago. The 35-year-old was arrested by Strike Force detectives at a Bonnie Hills caravan park on Sunday. He faced Port Macquarie local court yesterday. Police say they identified a DNA profile matching Mr Ray on cigarette butts found in the unit and a nearby stairwell. They say the DNA of the accused was also found on the victim's body. And firefighters have managed to contain a bushfire which at one stage threatened homes at Corlette early this morning. They were called to an area behind homes at the Peninsula and the bridge just before 3:30. RFS crews from Soldiers Point took almost 2 hours to extinguish and black out a 50 square metre area of bush. Meanwhile, firefighters have taken around 2 hours to extinguish a fire which burnt through 100 square metres of grass off Warren Road at Whitebridge this morning.
2NURFM Sport.
Hunter Sports High graduate Mariah Williams has publicly expressed her heartbreak after the Hockeyroos were knocked out of medal contention in Tokyo. After a clean sweep of victories heading into the quarterfinal, Australia was sent packing after a 1-0 loss to India. Williams took to social media after the loss to express her disappointment after suffering the same fate in Rio 5 years ago. The Knights had no time to celebrate their 34-24 win over Canberra last Sunday, forced into an unprecedented 4-day turnaround. The side will take on the Broncos at Suncorp Stadium tonight after a snap Queensland lockdown delayed games and turned their expected 5-day turnaround into just 4. Coach Adam O'Brien says his team is drawing inspiration from our swimmers in Tokyo.
Sieb's come up with a really good point. Look at our swimmers. They're standing on that podium and not too long after that, they're going to qualify for their next event. They don't get to enjoy it for too long. So that was similar for us with the Raiders. Really happy with the game, happy with the win, but we moved on quickly and we're on to the next event.
And Maitland Pickers skipper Alex Landbridge has been cleared to return from injury in time for his side's clash with Wests on Saturday. And the winning numbers in Wednesday Lotto are 3, 20, 2, 32, 45 and 7. and the supplementaries are 14 and 21. And now you're up to date with the latest 2NURFM Hunter News.